Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions, the 8th of July 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. The 8th of July 2025. Intel Guru Frank 26. The politics of Iranian influence inside of Iraq is powerless now. The whole world knows that Iraq is under control, and they know it because of what Donald Trump did. The whole world is celebrating and singing, even in Iran. Obviously not the leaders but the people. You know, I know. The whole world knows the future of Iraq's economy and currency. That's why they're pouring into Iraq. Everybody knows. The 8th of July 2025. Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now, the Redemption Center has rates that the banks will not have. It has the contract rate on dinar. The 8th of July 2025. Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. Question: do you think Trump knows about the RV? I absolutely do. Years ago he spent millions on Iraqi dinar because he knows it's a good investment. As did Warren Buffett. I think he spent 14 million buying dinar. The 8th of July 2025. Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat Ali Al-Ilaq in the CBI is working towards the monetary reform. We have the Prime Minister Al-Sudani working his magic in the direction of economic reform and his pet project of industrial cities. Article: Iraq plans to receive 4 million containers annually at Qasr port. Wow! Qasr port in Basra is undergoing rapid development. Iraq is going to be a clearinghouse for the Middle East. This means shipment from all over the world will land in Iraq and they be distributed to other countries. This means massive tariff and customs fees for Iraq. The 8th of July 2025. Newshound Guru Claire article: an expert warns of the U.S. Federal Reserve's restrictions on Iraq's financial sovereignty. Quote: economic expert, Dia Mohsen, confirmed. Iraq still lacks independent economic decision-making due to the restrictions imposed by the U.S. Federal Reserve on its funds. Warning of the repercussions of the continuation of this situation on the country's financial sovereignty. The 7th of July 2025. Intel Guru Frank 26. Isn't the goal for the Iraqi dinar to be digital? Yes, check it off the list. Isn't the goal for the Iraqi dinar to have purchasing power? Yes, check it off the list. No, 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 wait, stop. No Frank, no. You can't check that off the list. What if I prove to you it's not 1310 anymore? What would you say? I think you should say something's happening to the exchange rate. The American dollar is being removed out of Iraq. In doing so, the value of the Iraqi dinar is going up. The 7th of July 2025. Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. Question: do you think the Kurdish salaries will be paid in the new rate? Mark Z: I think yes, probably. They put a provision in the 23, 24, 25 budget for a rate change, a mechanism that lets them immediately change pay rates, exchange rates. The 7th of July 2025. Newshound Guru Militiaman: I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but on Friday, the United States Treasury sanctioned some people in response to mixing Iranian oil with Iraqi oil. New technology can find it. They can tell where some of the oil comes from, or if there's two mixes in it, they know where both come from. The 7th of July 2025. Newshound Guru Samson article: Iraq's money is in the hands of the Federal Reserve. When will the American shackles be broken? Quote: despite more than a decade having passed since Iraq's exit from Chapter 7, Iraqi oil revenues remain under the control. The 7th of July 2025. Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram: Iraq is making quiet moves in the finance, banking and manufacturing areas. These moves don't look like much when you read about them, but when you tie it all together you see big progress, and you see a country that plans to outshine all the other countries in the Middle East. The 7th of July 2025. Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU article: UAE-based venture capital fund EQIQ has announced a $3 million anchor investment in a new digital banking startup led by Iraqi-American finance veteran Hussein Karagoli. Quote: Karagoli, founder of Phoenix Finance Partners, has held senior roles at Merrill Lynch, Citigroup, and Deutsche Bank. He played a major role in Iraq's $22 billion debt restructuring and sovereign bond offerings, and currently serves on Rand Corporation's Global and Emerging Risks Board. Sometimes you only get potatoes, but other times you get meat with them. This is as meaty as it gets. However, stay grounded. Operative words are new, startup, and foundation. When they say things like, scalable, customer-focused, digital services, this is a direct relationship with the new digital dinar. This only applies to foreign imports and debts and not the domestic economy, which will continue to use physical paper currency and payment cards like Chi, MasterCard, and Visa. The 7th of July 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Did you see that President Trump sent letters? Were they letters or emails? I guess they were emails. We don't send letters anymore. To about 200 countries that he's trying to tell them play fair with your exchange rate against my dollar, President Trump sent an email to all of these nations. He says, look, the only way I'm going to take those tariffs off is if you fix your exchange rate of your currency. Vietnam says, yeah, we can do this. It worked. The 7th of July 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. There is really good news out of Iraq today, really good news. Article. Kurdish delegation arrives in Baghdad to finalize oil export deal. This is huge news. It is expected to be finalized today. Tomorrow at the latest from what my contacts in Iraq are telling me. Article. The Kurdistan region agrees to deliver oil to Baghdad, and final agreement within 24 hours. The news coming out of Iraq right now is fantastic. It looks like today is the day on this front. An announcement tomorrow is expected. The 7th of July 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. Question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you we will get a new rate with the gas and oil law? Personally, I'm sitting at an 8. There is a lot of key stuff coming together all at the same time. I am very cautiously excited at how close we are. You all should be jumping up and down in excitement. The 7th of July 2025 Newshound Guru Jeff. They have a lot of older steps coming forward very close to the timing of this new budget period. They're about to approve the budget amendments. Some of the long-awaited items they're waiting for do require the rate change, and they do suggest they're about to come forward in very close proximity, maybe during the second half of July. The 7th of July 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru Walking Stick. There are a handful of devices protecting the new exchange rate. 2 printings in the Gazette. 12 to 2c. Council of Ministers, Sudani, salaries that are being guaranteed to be paid to oil companies past and future. There's a budget protecting the new exchange rate. The 7th of July 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman article. Special Representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations in Iraq, stressing the country has become open to foreign investments. The stability achieved in Iraq did not come by chance but is the fruit of collective will and precious sacrifices. Iraq distanced itself from the surrounding political problems. We only expect to see a strong and regional and global status for the country of Iraq. It's so true. Everything that's been happening, the last 2.5 to 3 years has been utterly stellar. It's been phenomenal. It's a testament that Iraq is safe, secure and has sustainability. The 7th of July 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Everything about the oil issue is agreed upon, and not only agreed upon but is being implemented. If we get the laws, then that means the salaries will be paid immediately. No delay. It's now down to nothing more than a flip of a switch. Of course the Iranian politicians are angry. You can't steal digitalization currency. Sudani is in full control 100%, and Baghdad agreed to this. This is very good. The 7th of July 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. There is progress from Iraq, on HCl and Erbil gas laws. They are hopeful it will be finished this week. Big things happening over there. The 7th of July 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT GOAT. The CBI is still moving forward at a fast pace to complete the monetary reform and follow Dr. Shabibi's plan of 2011. But the US will have to let go and let it happen. This will end their control over Iraq, finally. The US has said already they intend to sign off with caveats. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net